I, Zohran Mamdani,
do solemnly swear
After Zohran Mamdani swore in on the Quran, they're calling it unconstitutional and saying that he wants to replace U.S. law with Sharia law.
Oh no, these people are going to implement Sharia law. Shut the fuck up.
Freeze the rent. If that's the Sharia law he's bringing to New York, then sign me the fuck up. I'm in. How many times a day do you want me to pray? I'll pray 45 times if you get me the goddamn things he promised.
America is loud again, not because of war, not because of economic collapse, but because of a quiet moment. A senior Jewish American lawmaker, Bernie Sanders, a long-standing voice in U.S. progressive politics, raised his hand to swear in New York City's first Muslim mayor on 3 Qur'ans. $3. One inherited from his grandfather, one an 18th century manuscript preserved by the New York Public Library, and one that once belonged to his grandmother.
I, Zohran Mamdani, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Charter of the City of New York,
and the Charter of the City of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of the Mayor of the City of New York,
of the office of the Mayor of the City of New York,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Not a stunt, not a prop, not political theater. What unsettled the room wasn't the Quran, it was the words. Calm, direct, unarmed by hatred. A speech that felt less like politics and more like poetry, slipping past defenses, touching something people forgot they still had. 40,000 eyes stood still. Some smiled without realizing it. Some wiped tears they didn't plan to shed. That day, New York froze, not from winter, but from a language rarely spoken anymore. Truth without fear. A historic speech, one we almost never hear in this century of noise.
My fellow New Yorkers, today begins a new era. I stand before you, moved by the privilege of taking this sacred oath, humbled by the faith that you have placed in me, and honored to serve as either your 111th or 112th mayor of New York City. But I do not stand alone. I stand alongside you, the tens of thousands of you gathered here in Lower Manhattan, warmed against the January chill by the resurgent flame of hope. I stand alongside countless more New Yorkers watching from cramped kitchens in Flushing and barbershops in East New York, from cell phones propped against the dashboards of parked taxi cabs at LaGuardia, from hospitals in Mott Haven and libraries in El Barrio that have too long known only neglect. I stand alongside construction workers in steel-toed boots and halal cart vendors whose knees ache from working all day. I stand alongside neighbors who carry a plate of food to the elderly couple down the hall, those in a rush who still lift strangers' strollers up subway stairs, and every person who makes the choice day after day, even when it feels impossible, to call our city home. I stand alongside over 1 million New Yorkers who voted for this day nearly 2 months ago. And I stand just as resolutely alongside those who did not. I know there are some who view this administration with distrust or disdain, or who see politics as permanently broken. And while only action can change minds, I promise you this: if you are a New Yorker, I am your mayor. Regardless of whether we agree, I will protect you, celebrate with you, mourn alongside you, and never, not for a second, hide from you.
Of course, not everyone was pleased. A 25-minute inauguration speech doesn't sit well with those who survive on fear. One post on X read, "Zohran Mamdani just became the first NYC mayor in history to swear in on the Quran. New York forgot. Islam must be repelled before it's too late." The sentence sounds strong, but strength without substance is just emptiness with volume. And as usual, that kind of fear didn't last. Not because it was silenced, but because it drowned. Drowned by facts, by reason, by millions who chose to listen instead of panic.
Trump supporters are furious after Zohran Mamdani swore in on the Quran. They're calling it unconstitutional and saying that he wants to replace US law with Sharia law, with no evidence to back up their claims, of course. Take a look. This person says swearing on the Quran implies a commitment to Islamic law, Sharia over US laws. This erodes the separation of church and state, ignoring that the oath is to uphold the Constitution regardless of the book used. And Eric said New York forgot, obviously referring to 9/11 there. Islam must be repelled before it's too late. And another MAGA account says this is a Christian nation, but it's not according to the Constitution. This one is terrible. She said they flew planes into the Twin Towers when I was in high school, and now one is the mayor in the city where it happened. Try and vote your way back out of this one, New York. The oath is a promise to uphold the Constitution, not a pledge to a book. The book is symbolic. The oath is what actually matters. Public officials have sworn oaths on Bibles, Qur'ans, Hebrew Bibles, law books, and sometimes nothing at all. That freedom is intentional. To say that swearing on the Quran means loyalty to Islamic law over US law is entirely false. It ignores how both the Constitution and oaths work in America. Ironically, the same Constitution they're using to attack Mamdani bans religious tests for public office. That protection applies to everybody, not just Christians.
Oh no, these people are gonna implement Sharia law. Shut the fuck up. You have all tried to implement Christianity into law, into politics, for decades. I don't want to hear a damn word about religious being put into politics from Christians, especially Christian nationalists.
Do you think that America should follow Sharia law? And before you get triggered, do you know what Sharia law actually means? Some people think that Sharia law is a system based off of punishment and oppression and politics. But the truth is it's actually just a system built to protect us. For example, in America, there are literally homeless people all over the place, every single city, right? But in UAE, one of the first things that I realized is that there are no homeless people anywhere. Imagine a society where the poor are cared for and contracts are honored, where animals can't be abused and exploitation, it's forbidden. America used to claim that they run for a system that promotes justice and equality and peace. But Sharia law and Islamic countries guarantees those things in ways that man-made laws never have.
I can't believe it. Zohran Mamdani's inauguration speech is the speech of the ages. I laughed. I cried. It was right up there with JFK, John F. Kennedy, and Martin Luther King. I kid you not. It was so unifying, and it was so filled with specifics, mentioning everybody in this beautiful tapestry of New York City. And he reminded people of what it used to be like to be together, to look after each other, and to have a system, an economic system, a government system that worked for everyone. And then he showed everybody who's never lived through a time like that what it can be like, with kindness and compassion, not with exploitation of workers, not with billionaires hoarding it all. And it was absolutely amazing. And his family, they were so proud and crying. And when they scanned the audience, everybody was locked in. This is a speech that we must sit down, find the full recording, and sit down with every one of our kids and have them listen to the whole thing. Because this will guide them on how to vote, who to vote for, what we want to hear from those we elect, forever and ever.
Free childcare. He wants to make things affordable. Freeze the rent. If that's the Sharia law he's bringing to New York, then sign me to fuck up. Get me my Metro card and a prayer rug, cause I'm fucking in. Cause Christianity has gotten me shit. Zero. Nothing. I've been in a Christian nation for 37 years with nothing to show for it. Give me that shit, what he's got. I'm in. How many times a day do you want me to pray? I'll pray 45 times if you get me the goddamn things he promised. Cause it's insane that the Muslim candidate is more of a Christian than the Christians that can't stand him. It's beautiful, really.
There's a strange beauty in the irony. A Muslim leader embodying values many call Christian more sincerely than those shouting the label. Is it praise or a mirror held up to a world that keeps confusing faith with hostility? Because Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "I was sent only to perfect noble character." So maybe the real question was never about religion. Truth isn't measured by the name you carry, but by the good you're willing to stand for. Identity is a title. Character is the proof.